And now we get to step 3. Now with step 3, we already know where we are going. We already know where we are. So how do we now actually get to where we are going in this journey? We need money. Okay, we need to manage our money. So what do? We use a budget, right? As Robert Kiyosaki says in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, we use the 50, 30, 20 method. Makes it a little bit easier for people to understand. I think a lot of people, when they think about budgeting, they already feel very negatively towards it. But if you break it up into 3 different sections, it does make it a little bit easier for you to understand. All right. So where do we start? The 50. What does that mean? That means that 50% of your income should go towards the need to have expenses. Right. That should be rent, that should be food, that should be transport, and that then should take 50% of your monthly income. So what's next? Next is 30. Right. Now, before I actually go to 30, I believe that we should first look at 20. Now, why I say that is because 20 is your investments. Okay. And 30% is your spending money. Right. But before we get to your spending money, I like to go to number 20 to 20% first. Okay, so the 20% first is your investments. Okay, now why I say let's do that before the 30 is because you need to pay yourself first. Okay, what does that mean? Well, for us to move forward and for us to create wealth, we need to invest money. Okay, so before we spend money on the nice to haves, let's invest first. Right, so that would be in different investment structures that we will get to in later videos, but here is where we start before we actually go to the 30%. All right, now we've spent money on the must-haves. We have now also started to invest money, and now what's left is the 30%. Now this 30% is your spending money. Now if you use this total 30% that's left, that is fine. Okay, that's okay, because you have actually stuck to your budget. Don't use more than 30%, so don't go into debt like a credit card. But if you spend your 30% that's left after the 50 and the 20, that's absolutely fine, because you have spent money on your must-haves for you to actually live and make a living. You've put money away towards investments to move forward and create wealth, and then the 30% that's left for Netflix and going out and drinks, bit of shopping. If you've spent that, that's totally fine.